everybody's got to make their own pants call. Darren, love a good face, love rub. I'm glad you do. Sister Sue, greetings, welcome aboard. Um, we might have to have a personal phone call one of these days. I always am thinking about you, and that's weird that this is a little one-sided. All I'm saying. Hello, Don. Good day. So it's Monday here. Oh, sorry if that was loud. Little clicky clack of the magic mirror / water filter wrench hitting the table. Where is Lady Jerry? Brad is asking, and I'm happy to tell you she's here. She's on premises, but I don't know if she's going to make it to the show. She was on a business call earlier, and I interrupted her, and she was a bit upset. So I'm hoping she'll be in, but I can't say for sure that that's going to happen. Anyway, nevertheless, let's check the fun meter. Ooh, we're just medium fun right now. Well, hopefully we'll be able to turn that around. Let me fire up the fart machine just in case Lady Jerry does show up. So Monday here in California, and I can tell you, Motivational Monday. Although because it's Thanksgiving week, maybe it's Gratitude Monday. What am I grateful for? Well, we're all still here. All of us are still here. I'm grateful that we're going to be having a nice Thanksgiving dinner. I was out this morning doing the shopping. Went out to buy a turkey, organic turkey. My wife insists, Lady Jerry insists on an organic turkey, and I was able to pick that up. And a small one, a little under 10 pounds. And that includes, I'm assuming, the neck and the giblets, whatever those are. So we don't eat the neck and the giblets here at our house. Maybe that's wrong of us. Maybe I'll throw them in the pan just to get a little soppy liquid for gravy. Gravy, how about that? Giblet gravy. And so I've been to the 2 grocery stores today for the turkey and supplies for spinach madeleine and stuffing and mashed potatoes, cranberries, all that. And 2 long waits at the grocery stores. Went to Costco on Friday. They were out of toilet paper. So I've been to three grocery stores in 4 days, and I've had it. I'm not going to the grocery store again for a little while. And the numbers are up in California. So last week we got news that we're going into, Sue, you're going to have chicken shawarma for Christmas. Good for you. So we were into quarantine, or what do you call it? A curfew last week. The governor announced, I think, or LA County announced curfew from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m., which doesn't really affect me because I don't go outside, generally speaking, from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. But, I mean, it's non-COVID times, of course, that's when show business happens. But now, no. But then last night, Sunday night, the governor, or not the governor, but the county bureaucracy announced they're going to be closing outdoor dining as of Wednesday evening for a minimum of 3 weeks. Not that I do a ton of outdoor dining, but it just is another, it just is like a fist punching you back into your hole. And nobody likes to be punched in the hole, I think. I'm pretty sure that goes across the board to all audiences. No one likes to be punched in the hole. So, yeah, Dave, you're saying grocery stores are nuts. Yeah. Bob, your fund meter is maxed out. Your wife got a check for $625 for 5 pounds of dirty cat hair today. Holy crap. How do you work that out? Sometimes it pays to be a certified cat groomer when Big Pharma needs cat hair to test allergy medicine. Wow. Well, good for you, Bob. That side hustle you got with that cat hair is really paying off. Man, I've still probably got cat hair from the cat that died 18 years ago, but I'd never thought that you could sell cat hair. That's great. There goes outdoor dining and drinking and related jiu-jitsu. Yes, Scott, that's correct. I was hoping that the numbers were on their way down prior to the election, and I was hoping the election was going to put my wife in a good mood, and that the numbers would be going down, and that I could go back and have some friendly wrestling with some of my friends. But that is off no outdoor dining, no jujitsu. I'm not going in the ocean today because I'm having a rest day, but I've been doing that, so that I've got that. You can still jump in the ocean. Keys, I'm not sure how something gets the name giblet, but that's a question for Dr. Google. Maybe I can ask Mr. Predicto later on. Dave says his ex loved being punched in the hole, but I doubt it. Dave, for joke purposes, possibly that's the case, but I think realistically, I doubt it. Uma says, it's your 10-year wedding anniversary. Oh, neither Keys or I could remember the exact year or date. We had to do some math. Wow, Uma, congratulations to Uma and Keys. Happy anniversary. Bars are closed Thanksgiving Eve in Pittsburgh. No fun here. Yeah, that's when they're closing them down here. Happiest of happy anniversaries, Brad's saying. Yes, and I echo that. Sorry you're late, Rich. Yeah, well, no give up. You can't give up today. You can't give up today. We've experienced a little bit of a punch here in California. They're closing outdoor dining, but I'm still trying to roll with that punch. It's not about how hard you can hit, as we learned a few weeks ago from Rocky Balboa. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. So I'm trying to keep moving forward. But last night, right before bed, when I heard they were closing outdoor dining, and as I said, I'm not even dining outdoors that much. But when I heard they were closing it was just like, oh, punch, right in the hole, go to bed. Didn't feel good. The yo-yo issues are definitely disheartening, Darren's saying. But understand this virus has never changed. Yes, no, I get it, Darren. We're fighting the same virus. Pressure causes politicians to open. Oh God, what happened? Open floodgates after the numbers go up. Common sense takes over. Yeah, well, I think that's what's happening, and I hope we're going to be good. Bob's answering the giblets question. Middle English in essential appendage, later garbage, awful, from Old French giblet, game bird stew, probably from gibier, birds or mammals hunted for sport. Well, Rich, they closed down indoor dining there. Do I get stopped for autographs and photos often when I'm out and about? Rachel, no, I don't. The beauty of my amount of fame, present company excluded, is that whenever I get recognized, it's a pleasure because it doesn't happen that often, and so it's not a hassle. It's always kind of nice for me. And second of all, because I'm not super duper famous, when I get recognized, it's always by someone who likes me. You know, not like, oh, that guy, who is he again? I gotta go tell him that I love his work, even though they don't know who you are. So, am I double lucky or is that half lucky? I don't know. I choose to be double lucky. But no, I don't get hounded too often out there. Andrew, I'm glad you're not giving up. I'm glad to hear that. Having Thanksgiving at Sister's Cabin, Cindy says. Black River Falls. I don't know where that is, but it sounds nice. 9 of you in your family. Good thing most of us have recovered from COVID. Wow, well, you've got a kind of a daredevil bunch there. Good for you. Or I guess not daredevil since you've already had it, but all right. Thank you. Thankfully, Lori in Australia is saying their restrictions are easing a lot in Melbourne. They can go outside without masks, but have to carry one at all times. It was so oppressive. Yeah, well, we're here. Today I was walking, I went down to get a coffee at a coffee place with a friend, and we took a walk down by the beach, and as we're walking up the hill back to my house, we pass a woman walking the other way. She's on her phone. She's got her mask on her chin, and I've got my mask in my hand because I'm drinking coffee, but I see her coming, and I put my mask on, my friend puts his mask on, and then this woman just walks right by us, mask off. Now, obviously, we're 4 or 5 feet away and moving, and the air is breezing. We're probably in no danger, but it's just funny with the put your mask on, don't, anyway. Heard on NPR, Alaska's outdoor dining in tents at restaurants in November. Yeah, if you want to get some hard people, go up there to Alaska. They'll whatever they got to do to enjoy themselves, they're going to do it. Chicago's like that. I've been to Chicago seeing people eating on the street in some cold weather. Scott says, recall seeing Robert Plant at the Louisiana Music Factory. Really took the pressure off Jake. Yeah, that's nice. It's nice. It's nice when you can run into Robert Plant sometimes, and then I don't have to sign so many autographs. Black River Falls, about an hour north of La Crosse. Ah, Cindy, right. That's where I'm from. I had forgotten that you were a person from my high school days. Darren saying people who don't wear masks are butter dicks. Well, yeah, possibly. Where do you send your cat hair for cash? Told daughter to shave our 3 cats, lol, actually brushing them. Yeah, well, you're going to probably have to split some of that cat hair money with Bob. But, and there's probably some rules about how you're supposed to do your cat hair grooming. So let's see, what do we got for Monday? Motivational Monday. All I can tell you is just keep going. Don't give up. That's all I got today. I feel like I got punched with this no more outdoor dining, even though it didn't matter to me. And I'm just recovering from this minor setback and government urging for me to get back in my hole. But I'm going to be fine. Let's have a little trivia. How about a little bit of trivia on a Monday? And then we'll see where we're at. Talk about automation. In the 1870s, a law firm in Utah Territory was so deluged with divorce cases that it built a slot machine which sold the necessary papers for $2.50 a set. I don't know how much that works out in today's money. The papers became legal when signed by both man and woman. Ah, that's interesting that they would assume that the married people would be a man and a woman, but that was Utah and 1870, so of course that's what they would assume. Slot machine where you can buy your divorce papers. I don't know. We may have to get down to something like that here during the COVID pandemic. I think there's a lot of couples that their marriages aren't doing as good as mine and Lady Jerry's, although Lady Jerry absent from today's show. Hopefully she'll be here tomorrow when we've got a Bible story and a letter from Grandma. Well, let's ask Mr. Predicto. Mr. Predicto, will Lady Jerry be on premises tomorrow for the show?
Everything points to yes.
Oh, well, that's good news. Good news. And what's Bob saying? Oh, but it's probably going to be dangerous to the cats and also possibly to the homeless people. So maybe sometimes the government is working for us. No, you can't give up, Darren. I'm sorry. I thought you were going to, but you can't. Okay. Let's see. Lori's got some more news from Melbourne. We have to wear masks outside if we can't social distance 1.5 meters. Wow. And you'd have to teach us all how long that is. About 4 feet, I'm thinking. And it's just respectful. Masks are still mandatory indoors. Husband kicked people out of his shop for not wearing their mask over their nose or drinking coffee. They can come back in when they're finished drinking their coffee. Yeah. They called him Hitler and left. Well, they need to do a little bit more reading about Hitler because you got a little more work to do if you want to get in the same ballpark with Hitler than just say to people, hey, pull your mask up or finish your coffee and then pull your mask up. But otherwise you can't come in. Oh my God, Hitler. Okay. Brad's trying to sell dog hair now. Yeah, well, I guess we got to do what we can in these crazy. Got to get your side hustle going. Tell us a little story about my HBO Young Comedians experience and what do you recall about your interactions with Robin Williams? Well, Andrew, I can tell you about my Young Comedians experience. That was 1986 when I auditioned, and then it aired in 87. I started comedy in San Francisco, so that's my wife, actually. Someone's asking who this woman is. That's my wife. It's from an ad. That's another whole story, but that's my wife in past times. It was for a print ad thing that she did. Her grandmother saved the newspaper, and I laminated it. So I was a comic there in San Francisco where I started, and my future managers came up. They were Robin Williams managers, along with David Letterman and Paul Poundstone at the time, Dana Carvey, Woody Allen, Rollins, Jaffe Moore, Prisoner Steinberg, and they were producing the HBO Young Comedians 10th anniversary reunion. They came to San Francisco, they auditioned people, they selected me and wanted to manage me, and then by the time the show shot, a few months later, they were my managers. And Robin, so the way the show worked was each city they had a young comedian and a successful alumni from the Young Comedian Special. So Robin was a successful comedian from San Francisco. I had already met him a few times prior to that, and been on shows where I had performed and he had gone on stage afterwards or in a whole different part of the evening. But that was my first time with him going on first and then me going on. And I tried to beg them to do it the other way around and edit it, but they said they couldn't do that. He was really nice to me. It worked out great. I was only doing 8 minutes or 10 minutes for the show, and he was supposed to just do a few minutes and then bring me on. But of course, they got a studio audience. They got people paid, or maybe they didn't pay, but there was a full audience of people. So it's weird that then the show they're watching is just going to be 45 minutes. So, Robin goes on and he does 40 minutes the first show, or 45, and then brings me up and I do my 10. He had told me he wasn't going to do that long, and then he said, no, I won't do that long the next show. And he did. He loved being on stage. But I've told that story here before, so I don't want to go over it. Selling cat hair is a storyline you'd expect on Trailer Park Boys. Yeah, well, I didn't even know, I don't know if that's going to, what's my favorite coffee, Jake? Dunkin', Starbucks, or a local place? I always go to a local place. There's a place here that's called Local that I like, and they're mostly doing the Stumptown coffee from Portland is the coffee that they make there. And I also like Groundworks, which is very local here to the Venice, Santa Monica area, but there's a few of those. So today I went to Groundworks. My phone mic really picks up the Mr. Predicto music. Yeah, Todd, well, something's got to work out. So I'm just going back to the questions here. Java Joe's in Des Moines, Iowa. Yes, Brad, I have a cup from Java Joe's in Des Moines, Iowa. It's in the house there. I'm interested to hear you say that because I liked that place in Des Moines, and if I got back to Des Moines again one day to do a comedy show, I would I would be interested in going to Java Joe's for a coffee. Scott says going to give drinking beer through a straw again after 45 years or so. These could be possible fix to the music fest and such. Oh, I see, a mask with a hole in it so you can drink through your straw. Yeah, I feel like if we're going to go to a music festival, we're already taking a risk. The idea that you're saving yourself by drinking through a mask hole straw. I mean, look, I'm not a environmentalist or an epidemiologist. I'm not either one of those things. But hopefully that's going to work. Did 2 weeks in Portland some time ago. Absolutely amazing coffee. Maple glazed donuts. Yeah, Portland's a good town for food and coffee. Did I say we're having pumpkin pie for Thanksgiving dessert? Yes. We're getting pumpkin pie. I, years ago, with my friend John, made pumpkin pies from scratch, from pumpkins. We bought pumpkins, cooked the pumpkin, got the brown sugar and cinnamon, all that stuff, and made the crusts and the pies from scratch, and then gave them away to friends. So I did that a few years, but this year I'm going to be making the turkey, the stuffing, the potatoes, the spinach madeleine, which I put the recipe on the group chat if you're in there, and cranberries, and then did I mention is that all the, and then the neighbors are bringing the dessert because it was just going to be our two families, and they're kind of in our bubble. They are in our bubble already, so they're going to bring, but they're bringing pumpkin pie that they get from a place called the Earth Cafe. There's several of those here in the LA area, and if you come to LA and find yourself at an Earth Cafe, I highly recommend the pumpkin pie there. It's delicious. It's about this thick. The graham cracker crust is about that thick, and whipped cream, very good. Oh, Andrew, thank you for thanking me. Pick, why do people like coffee so much? You don't get it. I can't. That's beyond the scope of a show like this. But guess what? Surprise!
Hello.
It's Lady Jerry.
Yes. Hello, everybody. Can I stand up?
Well,
Oh, I've got a sore bomb, everybody. I had an accident on a
do
chair
you want
that
me to
day.
get you a pillow?
Oh, no, I'll just sit with my...
All right.
Yes. Hi.
Yeah. Spinach liquor. Yeah, Dave. Spinach liquor is part of the spinach Madeline recipe. If you check the, if you're not in the group chat, Dave, and you'd like to be, there's a daily briefing group on this Facebook page that you can join, and I'll go in and let you in, and then you can see that recipe. And Ed, who's not here today, has put in some vegetarian recipes. Jen, you're late. Quick, tell you everything you missed. There's no time for that. But you're here in time. You got here just about as Lady Jerry got here.
Yeah, I'm a little late, I have to say. But I've got really important news for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I think this is important is we've all been told we've got to have these really small Thanksgivings, and I'm not telling you not to do that or change any of your plans. But I've just read this thing saying that there's no scientific data backing up this idea that all the transmission and this huge surge is happening because of all the people who are doing naughty things behind closed doors. And it's not like we're all getting in a room and playing spin the bottle. I just mean, if we're, having a dinner party or whatever. They said, no, look, actually what we see from the data is it's still, long-term care facilities, so nursing homes. It's, meat packing plants or people where, places where everyone is together. It's universities. It's restaurants and bars where people are going out and, and we've walked by them. And then the one other place, and it's prisons. Prisons are having these huge surges in numbers. And so this big rise that we're seeing, and then they said what happened was one person tells you, it's what happens behind closed doors, and it's these small groups, and then it actually turns out they said there's absolutely no data backing that up, that it's really these bigger events that are the super spreader and what are causing the big peak. And not that we shouldn't be careful, everybody, I'm not saying that. I'm a mask wearer.
Well, I think there's a lot that they don't know about the specifics of who's giving it to whom, when.
Yeah, but they do know the data, the scientific data is saying that these
I'm
places...
not trying to argue with an expert.
Don't argue
like
with
you,
me.
Jerry.
Yeah, I'm a fucking expert. So yeah, just mind your P's and Q's.
Yeah,
because
no, I
I
get
will
it.
shout you down.
Well, let me tell you some things that
you
you've missed during the show
I saw
today.
someone say that coffee is like cilantro. You either love it or you hate it. I don't drink coffee, but I do like coffee ice cream.
Well, there's been some talk. Bob, who you may remember,
I do remember
lives
Bob.
in New Hampshire, I believe. He's just sold he got $300 something, I think it was, for some cat hair. He's a certified cat groomer, and pharmaceutical companies buy the cat hair to use in allergy testing.
And allergy. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Oh
So-
well, let's find a cat in the neighborhood who we can shave once a month.
There was quite a bit of speculation about that. You have to be they only buy from certified cat
Yeah,
groomers.
otherwise, you'd be having
Yeah.
some naughty shit going on. It'd be like, where's my pushty?
Scott's saying he was trying to distress plated guitar parts on it and a corrosion engineer at work. Now that's a phrase that I haven't yet used in my all years on this planet. A corrosion engineer at work told him that you could use large cat urine for that. But
Large cat urine?
well, feline urine.
Oh, large cats.
Large
oh, right.
feline
Yeah,
urine,
yeah.
yeah.
If you could get underneath
Not
them.
large
when they're
cats.
Yeah.
Like Clarence Clemens, the big man, gets some of his urine.
Yeah. Hi, Brad. How's it going? That was a very sweet hi, Lady G.
Yeah, he'd
Lady
been asking
G
you.
is, yeah, I'm sorry I'm late. I'm in a slightly, I had a little accident getting off a chair the other day. I landed on my coccyx really quite, sort of emphatically, should we say. And this is a thing that I do at home all the time. It's a plant. It's up on a mantelpiece. I use a chair to get up there, and the chair tipped underneath me and came back, and I landed right on that bit with my the bone that. Oh my god! And I said to Jake afterwards, I did not hear a crack. It was the day that he got his toe dislocated, so it was a real competition. Who out of the Jerrys had the worst accident?
No, I haven't really talked about my
But
toe
my
dislocation. It's
thing-
all right though.
Yeah, it's just I'm okay, but by this time of the day, it's just so uncomfortable to sit down. So I put a cushion by the bed, and I've been on my knees instead of having a bed desk with me. I mean, yeah, I'm really trying to bring sexy back to I don't know what I'm doing, folks. I don't know what I'm doing, but
It's Costco's back in toilet paper. I was at our Costco, Ed.
thank God.
I was at our Costco on Saturday, Ed, and they were out. I had to get some from the regular grocery store today. Darren says, I'm sorry, but we often seek and follow certain information things to help us relax. All you have to do is breathe to catch it.
Yes.
Or give it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
no,
get it.
no, I totally get it. And the thing is, it was just interesting because I've been saying it, it's what happens. It's people having, game night and playing charades behind, that's how we're spreading it. And then what they're saying is actually what the scientific data is saying. And I had read a horrible thing about prisons and just realizing I haven't put a comb anywhere near my hair today. Is what it is, everybody.
Yeah, Rich is saying you need a massage.
Oh.
And someone was
Yes.
someone from
Rich.
my town in high school was asking, who's that picture of that lady behind you? And I said, oh, that's my wife. That's Lady Jerry.
Yeah, that's funny. You said the other day that you wanted to change that, and you most certainly can. You don't have to keep it there. It's like us having it's like that third eye or something. You can definitely take it down. You don't have to keep that lady there. My grandmother used to have it in her house, and she's moved out of her house into an old people's, a care facility. And she said she gave it to my mum, and I was like, yeah, that'll be tossed in the trash in 2 minutes' time.
There's a lot of talk about Iowa State. If they beat UT, it says they're going to the Big 12 championship. That's exciting.
I don't know what sport that is. I think it's football.
Jen sent out some flowers to someone using her dad's credit card. Very sweet.
Yeah, nicely done.
Do you have Andrew. Lady J, do you have a favorite comedy bit from Lord Jerry?
Lord Jerry? Well, there are a lot of bits that I think are funny. God, there's a bit that he used to do about me and Fanula when he realized that there were two different rules for people who live in a house. We can't repeat it because it's not X-rated.
Would you like to fire up the fart machine?
But that was pretty funny.
Okay,
not really in the mood. Oh yeah, I could.
Not in the mood.
But I did used to think the one about when you're in the dating world and you keep on going for the terrible girlfriend, and you said it was like corn and it's hooked up to electricity.
No, it's like you'd learn from your mistake. You'd learn from your mistake if you every time you ate the corn, you got electric shock, and the animal is like.
Oh yeah,
hey,
don't eat that corn.
Oh no!
Oh, but people aren't. Yeah,
the people are like, "Hey, look, corn!" Okay, corn.
Yeah.
You keep going for the bad ones.
That was when we first were going out, and
until
that used to
you
make
get
me
a good one that's not
bad. You finally. So
That's
that was funny, and the ding dong Cameron Diaz at the door. But that's not my So the funniest one was the one that I told you guys once when Jake had this thing about me telling him that a friend of mine had wanted to get together to have coffee because she thought her marriage was over because she caught her husband masturbating and watching porn. And Jake had to sort of, and he said it's like you're a spy, you're at a spy dinner and one of the other spies has been outed and you have to pretend that you don't know him because, that's all guys do.
It's a bit confusing when other people try and sum up your jokes. You almost have to know that joke to know what she's talking about.
And I'm a bit tired to be doing a good job of it. But but what was really funny about it was I was at a club with the couple who the joke was about sitting on one side and another couple on the other side, and they both thought it was about them. And so the funny thing was to say to couple A, no, couple A, it's not about you, it's about couple B who are right over here, it's about them. And then couple B was so out of it they didn't even realize it was about them.
Even that explanation was a little bit. I mean, admittedly, I was trying to look at the comments.
Oh, I thought it was quite a good explanation. Jake tells a joke about a couple who are friends of ours.
Luckily,
and the wife
luckily, Julie knows all those jokes.
Yeah,
Jen's already bailed because she's got to go. She's in a Gilmore Girls marathon.
Oh, really?
So,
that's ridiculous. You could watch that in 2 minutes when we're gone, and let me just give you a farts off to you, Jen. Really send you on your way.
I'm just going to ask you.
Thank God you're here, Julie, and you know all the jokes. So if I'm sort of half-assing them, you know that they were funny.
Uma and Keys are going to watch Fargo and The Undoing tonight. Well, enjoy, Keys. We've got an episode of The Undoing we can watch tonight.
We do, yes, so, we will be. Rich porn from the Upper East Side in Manhattan. That's what it is. Rich porn. Yes.
Today's Motivational Monday. And do you have any advice to people who are a little bit gut punched? I said it was just like being punched right back into your hole when I found out the restaurants are closed and nobody likes a punch in the hole.
No, nobody does like a punch in their hole. You're right. Who likes that?
That's what I said.
Yeah, that was a good joke.
If you could do something dangerous just once with no risk, what would you do?
Oh, well, I do think that I would like to do the, you run off the hill and you've got the parachute behind you and it fills up with air and you float down.
Oh, yeah, now that you bring it up.
Paragliding.
Wingsuit.
Oh,
I do the wingsuit.
The wingsuit. Yeah, oh, actually fly. Flap your wings and fly.
Look at the way the camera's gross.
I know, yeah. You look really good.
Yeah.
And,
all right.
Oh, yeah, that was a funny line, Ed. Jake did that when he was one of the hosts when Bob Newhart got the Mark Twain Prize for Comedy at the Lincoln Center in D.C. Jake told that joke about Iowa and said,
Free to go. Yeah, that's
35 years in
that
show
joke is
business.
that joke is celebrating 38 years in show business.
38
and it still works pretty
show
great.
business, we love it.
It's going to be 39 years in January.
I don't think I want the jetpack because that would be like having the fart machine on your back. I don't want all that noise. I'd like to fly quietly like a bird. But one thing that I do remember once we're hearing Catherine Sullivan, the first woman in space, talk, and she's really funny, and she talked about, well, it's easy to get in space when you've got 14,000 pounds or how many of a ton of dynamite at your back, because basically it's just explosives that explode.
Yeah, they blast you into space.
Yeah, they blast you into space. So when she does it, and obviously it's like Jake's jokes. I'm really making a hash pie of them, but doing my
hash
best.
pie. Well, we'll see you all tomorrow for a Bible story. What? Well,
no, let's not work out the Bible story.
We'll work it out later.
Yeah.
All right, Francisco Mansour, who's evidently a jiu-jitsu black belt. No aspect of jiu-jitsu is invented, only discovered. Every possible submission, sweep, or throw already exists. Progression is a matter of revelation. We have to learn to see what is there. And that's interesting. That's a kind of an insightful or interesting perspective on jiu-jitsu. All these things that you get taught by someone, they work for a reason, and once you realize how they work, they become intuitive because they are intuitive. They're based on your body geometry and the ways that it bends and doesn't bend.
Yeah, how you break bits.
But the analogy to life would be all of the miracles that you're seeking already exist. You just have to figure out how to make them real for you. What were you going to say?
Well, I think it's everyone's saying bye-bye.
Yeah,
They're
people
off.
are saying goodbye. Well, that's
but
it.
then, Darren, I just have to ask you something. Are you doing the stay at home? All the people who caught it in New York stay at home.
You have to read what he says.
I am reading what he said. The initial wave of viruleness in New York, most of the people who caught it stayed home. They called it more than retirement homes and jails. Was that people and work? Was that people who were lying because they weren't really staying home?
I'm not sure, but
is that what these?
But I think it. I think it gets out. The viruleness gets out there, and it can get you.
This is not a caterpillar.
The viruleness is trying. This is not a caterpillar.
This is not two weird
This is not a caterpillar either. Where's the marriage at right now?
Well, this is pretty high. I mean,
Pretty high,
a little bit ago, an hour ago, I was very mad at Jake.
Let me check your tone.
But now I'm quite liking him.
You're pretty good. 97.7. So don't give up. There'll be plenty of time to give up later. We'll see you tomorrow. Go put some pain relieving cream on your bonbon.
Are we going to walk down and have a look at the bikes?
Yeah, we're going to walk down and have a look